Thank you so much for keeping it with us. Welcome back from the Nutrition Talk and welcome to the second edition of News Tonight. My name is Micheal Lukomwa with Elizabeth Nakakoni, our sign language interpreter. Let's start with a look at the top stories. Prime Minister Nabanja to host UK investors to discuss areas of investment in Uganda. Low turn-up registered on day one of reopening of schools for first term. Government motivates teachers to report in schools on day one by paying their salaries on time. While NDA closes illegal drug outlets in Kabiramaido and Soroti. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is what we have for you this evening. Government of Uganda is set to host a delegation of investors from the United Kingdom who are coming to explore investment opportunities in Uganda. The delegation will arrive in the country on Monday on the invitation of Prime Minister Robin Nabanja. As Jingo Francis reports, this morning, the Prime Minister held a preparatory engagement meeting to plan for their visit to Uganda.
In October last year, 2025, the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robin Nabanja, visited the United Kingdom from where she represented the country. During her working visit, the Premier held business and investment meetings with both the Ugandan and the UK business community. And as a result of these engagements, a high-profile delegation of investors from the United Kingdom is set to arrive to explore investment opportunities in Uganda.
I'm happy to report that and inform you that a group of UK-based investors who are operating under the umbrella organizations. They have the Westminster Africa Business Association and the South Asian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. They have organized a trade and investment visit to Uganda, which is scheduled to take place from 16th to 22nd this month.
The Prime Minister of Uganda, Robin Nabanja, this morning held a preparatory engagement meeting with the key stakeholders to plan for their visit to the country. Nabanja highlighted the key sectors that caught the eye of the investors.
Renewable and non-renewable power generation. 2. Manufacturing and industrial production. 3. Pharmaceuticals and health care. 4. ICT and digital services. Number 5, they want to engage in agriculture, transport and industrial infrastructure design and construction, trade, logistics and supply chains, education, skills development and training, finance and investment, in addition to tourism.
I would like to also highlight that in finance, the areas of interest are to set up looking at sovereign wealth fund to creation and operational investment management, oil and gas upstream and close to upstream, and mineral extraction, tourism and agro-industry, which was already mentioned. Also looking at waste management, turning that into energy.
This is what we want, and this is what we have always advocated for. And I want to thank you for putting in your personal effort to bring these important people.
The group, which is being coordinated by William Mutenzi, a Ugandan based in the United Kingdom, will also visit various tourism centers in Uganda to enjoy the beautiful sceneries of the Pearl of Africa.
So we intentionally started targeting Indians because some of us who are business people living in Europe, we know now Indians control a lot in Europe. We have to be factual to that. So I decided to target the South Asian business community, and most of them have never been to Uganda. These people, we need to handle them well. People are just there's a lot of countries which are trying to target the same people.
On behalf of private sector, and particularly Uganda Chamber of Commerce Industry, Prime Minister, we are committed to making sure that we identify potential partners to meet with the delegation that is coming.
In 2024, Uganda was named as the best investment destination in Africa.
In Kampala, day one of reopening of schools for the 2026 academic year has recorded a seemingly average turnout of learners in most of the schools. Several school heads attributed the moderate reporting to the Ministry of Education's adjustment of the reporting date, coupled with the effects of a long holiday. However, administrators remain optimistic that attendance will normalize by the end of the week. Chris Pasarini-Twe has the report.
After long weeks of silence in classrooms, learning has officially resumed as schools across the country reopened for academic year 2026. We visited several schools across Kampala to assess the level of preparedness, attendance, and the general mood. And here we have got an important story to tell.
By 8 a.m., schools such as Chitanti Hill School were already lively, with the students assembled for parade as administrators welcomed them back. The head teacher, Watachala Samuel, says reporting on day one was average and academic tasks were set to begin immediately.
We've got an average turn-up of students. Having stayed in the villages for some time, they're a bit sluggish. But for us, we are prepared as a school to receive them. All the teachers have reported. Government has played its part.
School heads further explained that some parents delay reporting due to concerns over tuition requirements. Administrators clarified that installment payments are acceptable.
We've given them a benefit of doubt. We are allowing them in school, of course, for some time, because schools entirely run on their contributions.
Some of them had already gone into a relaxed mood. Yes, they have come to school, but you can see that the academic mood is only being received or being got.
As we have been doing a lot of work at home, doing a lot of home chores, so we are happy to be doing only one thing here at school and also interact with our friends, because it has been long. We have not been seeing them for a long time.
At Mulago High School, learner numbers were still noticeably low. The school administrators cited holiday fatigue and delayed travel arrangements, but expressed confidence that students would report in the coming days.
So some of them have been working, we expect, depending on our catchment area. So the turn-up was not so good, but we expect that by tomorrow it will have improved, because in senior for today, I think 25 have reported.
We have been home, we have survived from so many chaoses. We waited for the Christmas season, it went over. We waited for the elections, they went over.
In several primary schools, learners were still adjusting after a prolonged break.
Good enough, our teachers were here 3 weeks earlier. We've been planning the content that we are going to teach, planning on how to receive them, and it is all about setting a child's mind. When he drops in school, try to set the mind.
Our school has been providing some content online, and we have been going through some.
Nothing beats the thrill of sitting in class and, working together with them.
Crispus Arinitwe, UBC News.
Still in the education line, administrators in the Universal Primary Education, that's UPE schools, have commended government for the timely payment of teachers' salaries, saying that this has helped to motivate teachers. Their applause was during the inspection of UPE schools around Kampala by State Minister for Primary Education, Dr. Joyce Moriko-Kadochu.
From Kampala Capital City Authority, accompanied the Minister of State for Primary Education, Dr. Joyce Moriko-Kadochu, to assess the readiness of schools as the new education calendar begins. The first school to be visited was St. Peter's Zambia Primary School that has a population of over 3,000 learners. Minister Moriku was impressed with the high turn-up of learners on the first day.
And welcome to P7 candidate class of 2026. Thank you.
So today, as we are right here in one of the schools, this is a UPE school. We have the learners in class. We have the teachers teaching them, which is really a great step ahead. And I'm happy of the level at which we started. I can confidently say and confirm that schools in Kampala City Authority, all the schools have started, and the reporting is so far so good.
Here, the first day, we start teaching in class. And there is no business of working around, in the compound, because we have the workers who do that work during the holiday. So let the children come on the first day and we start teaching them.
In the just released primary leaving examinations, St. Peter's Zambia Primary School had 484 pupils and 137 passed in first grade. The administrators attributed the good performance in UPE schools to the motivation of the teachers, like timely payment of salaries.
At the end of the month, I think it motivates you because you're very sure that as you work, you'll have the money to take home and buy and prepare your family as well. So we are grateful for that.
Other schools visited include Rere Children Primary School and Chitante. The head teachers have, however, appealed to the parents to ensure that learners report on the first day of school to optimize all the time allocated for school days. Adia Nakote, UBC.
The National Drug Authority has closed more than 100 illegal drug outlets and impounded 260 boxes of assorted medicines worth 65 million Uganda shillings in northeastern Uganda.
The enforcement followed a week-long compliance operation conducted by the National Drug Authority targeting illegal drug outlets in the districts of Kaberamaido, Kalaki, Ngora and Soroti. During the operation, NDA identified major violations including operation from unauthorized premises, running unlicensed drug outlets and the use of unqualified personnel to dispense medicines. NDA officials also found some medicines displayed on the ground and mats, exposing them to contamination.
Medicines being sold in shift markets. The popular markets like Amukaru, Wera, Toroma, Chorimongin, Otuboi here, you find people with papyrus mats laying out drugs like their groundnuts. It is also very common. It used to be very common in Ochero, but it has reduced.
And loss of quality. Tom Makumbi, NDA Regional Inspector of Drugs, Soroti, says the authority closed over 105 illegal outlets and impounded 260 boxes of assorted medicines worth 65 million shillings.
Based on our surveillance, we established that the worst offender currently is Kaberamaido district. And most of the cases of illegality came from Kaberamaido district. We were able to retrieve 44 boxes of medicines from that district, from illegal outlets.
Makumbi adds that such practices contribute to the circulation of poor quality medicines, treatment failure and microbial resistance, posing serious public health risks.
To advise operators of outlets that deal in medicines, as well as those healthcare products, to formalize their operations and to visit our regional offices in Soroti City.
Taxi drivers operating under the umbrella body, the Uganda Taxi Operators Federation, UTOF, in Kampala and the surrounding areas have welcomed the recent directive issued by the Minister for Kampala and Metropolitan Affairs, Hajat Minsa Kabanda, ordering the eviction of street vendors, hawkers, border riders and taxi drivers operating without gazetted stages. The taxi operators say full implementation of the directive will restore order, reduce crime, and transform Kampala into a clean, organized, and attractive city comparable to other modern cities around the world.
Last week, Hajat Misa Kavanda issued directives aimed at decongesting the city by evicting all street vendors, hawkers, border riders, and tax drivers operating illegally on Kampala streets.
The Minister for Kampala, we met as security and she briefed us. The understanding was to that effect, but as you know, she's the Minister for Kampala and Metropolitan Affairs. These are voters of Muzei. So she heard their plea, and that was to give them 2 more weeks.
Tetugambye nti kirungi okuba abantu mu Kampala naye bwabanga waliwo ekyokusalawo ekiddako minisita nga bayagamye abatembeeyi babanga balina bakututte nti mugende mu katale bwekati oba bwekati mukwano gwange kkiriza ojje essigiri ya kasooli ku luguudo eno mmotoka ono ayokya kasooli ono ayimba niigiina ono atunda layini z'amasimu ono atunda masiki ku nguudo z'omu Kampala.
UTOF Chairman Rashid Sechindi, Namayuba, the tax park leader, Sempija Muhammad and other leaders say tax drivers are pleased with the minister's move, noting it will help ease traffic congestion, improve security and keep the city clean.
So politics yawedde. Politics oyo mukugwa. Kyetuva tusaba abatembeeyi abayanjaliza ebintu byabwe makubo babijjemu.
Ekituufu tewali ddagala liwonya nga terikaawa. Wadde minisita kyeyayogedde kitukaayira mu matu okuwulira abamu naye ate engeri yokka gye tusobola okufunamu ku kibuga ekikola ki ekirungiko ogeraganya ku bibuga ebirala.
If I were in that office, I would have stopped that immediately. Because number one, you don't just wake up and say you're moving without planning for those people. You don't wake up and say, move your things, you'll be turning up every Sunday for a market. Remember, Ugandans work for the day. We are having markets that are not vibrant, that are not welcoming, that are not attractive.
However, they urged government to ensure the directives are fully implemented, citing previous orders that were never enforced. They also called on authorities to engage them as key stakeholders so that the agreed solutions can be reached for the benefit of all city users.
To the stakeholders, you invite them and listen to their views. You need to understand what is causing these people to be on the streets. Because it is a bigger, it's bigger than what you think. It's bigger than what meets the eye.
Ekigambo kya minisitule oba ekiragiro kyalibadde kigenda mu nkola lwakuba nti ate era tubiwulidde bingi nga babyogera bonna nti bagenda kukyusa ekibuga Kampala goba batembeeyi ogenda okulira ebigambo bigenda biwola mpola.
Nandibadde ndowooza nti gavumenti ne state council bandibadde bakwatagana ne bazimba stages ku makubo abantu bateekeddwa okulindira taxi oba boda.
Meanwhile, the Kampala Resident City Commissioner Haju Malule confirmed that starting on 23rd of this month, all illegal operators, especially street vendors, hawkers, border riders and tax drivers without gazetted stages will be relocated to designated markets and approved stages.
Calling upon everybody that the 2 weeks which the minister gave will be done by 23rd, and after this time or on 23rd, definitely we shall be implementing the trade order.
He said the 2-week period before enforcement will be used to sensitize and educate affected groups on the importance of keeping Kampala orderly, emphasizing that the exercise will be conducted without force.
It already began. You can see our people, the KCCA people, they are along the streets sensitizing the people. They are Mizinda, they are those loudspeakers. They are busy, sensitizing and communicating.
Despite the directives, Kampala remains heavily congested with taxis, border riders, street vendors and hawkers still actively operating on major streets. Nalsubawini, Jamil Sekaja for UBC.
Let's take a short break. Please keep it with us.
So, Micheal.
Yes, Daddy.
You know the children are going back to school and things are a bit tight. For now, why don't you take half of the fees to junior school, and for the school van contribution, we shall pay later.
Daddy, why don't we pay using MTN Momo, where we stand a chance of winning school fees for a whole year and more? By the way, you can also apply for a school fees loan, and also participating schools can win a school van.
That's right! Win school fees for a whole year and more. Get Momo goodies and a school van for participating schools. You can also apply for a school fees loan. Simply dial *165*80# or use the Momo app.
Every great cup of Uganda's coffee begins right here on the farm. Quality begins at harvest. Pick only red, ripe cherries because unripe cherries lower your coffee quality and income. After harvest, protect that quality. Dry your coffee clean on tarpaulins, raised beds, or cemented surfaces, never on bare ground. Spread your harvested coffee thinly. Do not heap it because heaping causes mold and destroys the quality. When you protect quality, you protect your income and Uganda's reputation on the global market. Uganda Coffee, quality you can trust. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries.
So, Micheal.
Yes, Daddy.
You know the children are going back to school and things are a bit tight. For now, why don't you take half of the fees to junior school, and for the school van contribution, we shall pay later.
Daddy, why don't we pay using MTN Momo, where we stand a chance of winning school fees for a whole year and more? By the way, you can also apply for a school fees loan, and also participating schools can win a school van.
That's right! Win school fees for a whole year and more. Get Momo goodies and a school van for participating schools. You can also apply for a school fees loan. Simply dial *165*80# or use the Momo app.
I'd like to thank all our clients, our valued taxpayers, the people that we serve as we collect revenue for building our nation. I thank you very much for the questions you have sent through this program of Buza Commissioner. On behalf of URA, I'd like to pledge that we are committed and we will continue to answer all the questions that you ask through this platform. The whole purpose for this program is to ensure that your pain points, your questions are efficiently responded to. So I would like to encourage all our taxpayers who have questions to ask to please utilize this program that we are running on UBC, that will be receiving your questions through the numbers that you've been given, and URA will be available to answer these questions every Monday and every Wednesday during the 8 o'clock news bulletin. And then on Sunday, after the news, we'll have a full response to all the questions that will have come in during the week. I thank UBC for supporting us in reaching our taxpayers, and I thank our taxpayers for responding positively to this program. Thank you very much.
Buza Commissioner.
We thank you so much for watching. Welcome back from the break. Let's continue with news tonight. Women remain underrepresented in the nuclear field, particularly across the African continent, largely due to barriers to entry and persistent challenges throughout their careers. The concern was raised by participants at the opening of a 3-day regional meeting in Kampala aimed at strengthening women's participation in nuclear science and technology.
Women in nuclear chapter in Uganda must grow.
Professional women of distinction from at least 22 African countries have converged in Kampala under one roof to deliberate on challenges, share experiences, and chart a way forward for increased female participation in nuclear science and technology.
The other key challenge that we see is the lack of mentorship and role models. And I'm glad there are several women here. A significant barrier to advancement has been, of course, the fact that as you move to higher positions of leadership, you will find less women.
According to Engineer Irene Batebe, the Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, the commitment to promote women in the nuclear field is driven by the growing demand for qualified professionals, both women and men, to support Africa's development agenda. She notes that nuclear science plays a critical role in addressing key challenges across sectors such as energy, health, agriculture, and environmental protection.
So as part of our nuclear energy plan, of course, we are keen on aspects of human resource capacity development, and that's why we've partnered with Soroti University, and we are advancing a center for nuclear science and technology that will support us in training young Ugandans, including women, that will drive our nuclear ambitions.
Her views were echoed by Professor Mary Bowadu from Ghana, who underscored the importance of mentorship, capacity building, and sustained support for the girl child as key to breaking the glass ceiling in science-related careers.
So the need to encourage, get more women to join nuclear industry is very important, because women have a way of analyzing, viewing things, their objectives, perceptions are not exactly the same as the men. And so when it's only men attending to the issues of nuclear, it means that we will be losing the perceptions and then the contributions of women.
The fastest way is mentoring. You see, when you see me come to you and I tell you I'm a lady, I am working in this field, already you will want to look up to me. And then you want to know more about me. You want to follow my path. So we are going to do mentoring so much.
The International Atomic Energy Agency continues to organize platforms such as the Kampala meeting to enhance visibility, celebrate successful women in nuclear science, and inspire future generations through strong role models. Charlotte Amuge for UBC.
Chambogo University agriculture specialists are harnessing black soldier flies farming as a sustainable for inorganic improvisation area source for poultry and fish. The black soldier flies farming project is bankrolled by the International Center of Insect Physiology, and Ecology, and aims to improve farming through affordable organic alternatives.
Bera Nyamtora Katoro is an entrepreneur and the proprietor of Eto Feeds in Injeru, Buyikwe district. Nyamtoka specializes in black soldier flies farming for the production of organic fertilizers and animal feeds.
Having something where you're using waste to produce feeds and produce fertilizer is something that can really help us farmers.
The Faculty of Agriculture at Chambogo University, in collaboration with the International Center of Insect Physiology and Ecology, intends to promote integrated black soldier flies farming.
We are, and moreover, that's why the project comes in to sensitize the masses about these two technologies, especially the technology of black soldier fly farming, but also the technology of using the black soldier fly fertilizer into our farming systems.
The farming of black soldier flies aims to harness the potential of regenerative circular economy through an innovative strategy developed under the Insects for Food, Feed and Other Uses initiative.
This insect being raised and produced to feed livestock, for example, poultry.
The strategy recycles organic waste into economically valuable products such as nutrient-rich protein feeds for poultry and fish and insect-based fertilizers for improved crop productivity.
We do a lot of imports of concentrate. You ask any poultry farmer, they will tell you they are buying imported concentrate, which is basically imported protein. Why? We have our organic sources here. We don't need to import.
The scale-up regenerative black soldier flies farming innovations such as vegetable push-pull cropping technology are being adopted by smallholder farmers to access affordable organic fertilizers.
You put the legumes in between the garden, but the chifuta grass should be planted at the perimeter of your garden to protect pests from attacking your garden.
With vegetable push-pull cropping technology, experts train farmers on how to use different crop species as natural fertilizers and pesticides.
Another grass which is planted at the edge of the plot, at the edge of your garden, and the grass we are talking about in this case, we are using brachiaria, and in some cases earlier versions have been using napier grass. The napier grass has the ability to attract or to pull the insect pests, that is the stem borers and the fall armyworm.
The organic approach to farm management is however challenged by poor handling of recyclable and organic waste.
As communities, we are not accustomed to sorting our waste. We pile everything together. We don't have, say, bins for only organic waste, things for only cavera, things for only plastics. That's our biggest challenge.
Farmers are coming to us trying to express interest in seeing how they can be supported to rear this insect. But of course, rearing it calls.
Through the adoption of these organic farming practices, stakeholders aim to reduce production costs and encourage farmers to practice mixed farming, producing livestock and poultry as key sources of protein. Abdunasili Lukomwa for UBC.
And that brings us to the end of all we had for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Micheal Jordan Lukomwa with Elizabeth Nakakuna and the whole team. We wish you the best of the night. Bye-bye.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day, don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Pick of the day on UBC. Was brought to you by
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks. Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000. Or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Masaka City in Uganda's central region is steadily emerging as a frontline beneficiary of the parish development model as households turn government support into productive enterprises. Under the parish development model, Masaka City covers 25 wards across 2 divisions. Thousands of households are organized under parish-based circles, targeting low-income families previously excluded from formal financing. Through this structure, government funding running into hundreds of millions of shillings is reaching the grassroots, enabling households to invest, expand enterprises, and gradually transition into the money economy. In Mpungwe village, Samalia Parish,
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Masaka City in Uganda's central region is steadily emerging as a frontline beneficiary of the parish development model as households turn government support into productive enterprises. Under the parish development model, Masaka City covers 25 wards across 2 divisions. Thousands of households are organized under parish-based circles, targeting low-income families previously excluded from formal financing. Through this structure, government funding running into hundreds of millions of shillings is reaching the grassroots, enabling households to invest, expand enterprises, and gradually transition into the money economy. In Mpungwe village, Samalia Parish, one farmer's journey reflects the wider impact of the parish development model in Masaka City. Ntumwa John is a livestock farmer specializing in piggery and poultry.
Erinnya lyange nze Ntumwa John. Twafuna essanyu lingi nnyo nga gavumenti etudduukiridde okutugamba nti waliwo akasente akazze akabafuna mpola beeyongeremu basobole okulabika nti bakola ebyo basobola okutambuza. Twalinawo akabiina akaffe nange nenfuna omukisa nembeera omu kwabo abasobola okugenda ku ggombolola okulabika nti nno bagenda okufuna akasente ako. Bwe twatukayo tufuna abasomesa bulungi nnyo ne batunnyonnyola enkola ya gavumenti bwegenda okuba ne batutegeeza